I'm 52 years, and I'm an accountant by profession. I was employed by then Kenya Post and Telecommunication in 1993 as an auditor. I was based in Eldoret up to 1999. I was moved to Finance Department from 1999 to 2003. In 2003, I was appointed Regional Accountant, Central Region, in charge of Mount Kenya. To 2004, I was transferred to Coast Region as a Regional Accountant, where I was covering costs again in terms of all matters pertaining to finances in the 10 Postal Corporation. Chair, as I said, I was employed by KPTC. In 1999, there was a split, so I was moved to Postal Corporation when they split. So there was Telecom and Postal. So, Chair, I was in cost up to 2006. I was promoted as Assistant Manager in charge of reports and budget to headquarters of Postal Corporation, Post House. I was in charge of budget for the corporation, preparation, and all payment. In 2009, Chair, let me put it in summary. In 2009 again, I was promoted to a manager position in charge of budget, jobs of report, and all payment pertaining to Postal Corporation of Kenya. As per my CV, Chair, the way I put that position, Chair, you are the overall in charge of all the payment for the corporation. You are in charge of the budget. You are the one again monitoring and initiating all procurement processes. I was the initiator of all procurement processes because you approved requisition. Then you now release to the procurement department to continue. So all is in my CV, Chair. Then in 2016, and all this, Chair, all the promotion, Chair, it was through an interview. In 2016, Chair, again, there was a position which was vacant for General Manager Finance for the same Postal Corporation. We applied, and I was appointed in 2016 as General Manager Finance in charge of Finance Department in Postal Corporation of Kenya. From 2016, I was in charge of all the finances, the budget. I was also the liaison officer with my CEO with the Parliament. So I was also chair dealing with all the committees of Parliament, the Senate committees, the parliamentary committees. I was also responsible because accounting officer and the head of accounting unit are the two officers who are supposed to deal with all the committees of Parliament as a parastatal. Last year, Chair, I resigned to come to this county to give service to our people. I resigned from Postal Corporation of Kenya as General Manager Finance. I was in Sikawet Soin. I was one of those people who fight for the MP position during nomination. After nomination, because when I was campaigning, I had said, where we in, I will support. And that was the motto that we had at that time. From that time, Chair, because I had the will to serve the people of Kericho County. That's why I'm here today. I want to join hands with this county. Under the municipal board, I want to give my service to people of municipality of Kericho. That's why I'm here today, Chair. That is a summary of my experience. Chair, it is big, but because of time, I might not be able to give, but I have the experience of financial matters. I have the experience in procurement matters and in leadership, Chair. I've been also as trustee for 12 years for the Postal Pension Scheme. So in terms of governance, Chair, I have that experience. I have undergone also the training for the board. I'm also aboard in that board association. So in terms of governing, Chair, I have that experience. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, CPA Korir. In your rich wealth of experience and detailed career life, do you have any honors or awards during your career life?
Chair, there is no specific. The awards that I have received, Chair, you must have seen I started from somewhere. The promotion that I got has been what has been the reward to me, because I started as an officer and I left poster when I was a general manager position. So, Chair, that is an achievement to me, because moving from an officer to in charge of finance in a big corporation like Post Office, Chair, I think it is an achievement. And again, Chair, I forgot to mention that you must have seen from my record, I'm a person living with disability. But it doesn't mean, Chair, you must have seen I've discussed my duties. One of my ear is not functional, but that one will not interfere with any giving service to municipality, Chair.
Okay, when I mean honors and awards, I mean if you have special maybe recognition, i.e. like state commendation, yeah, that is what I really mean. Are you a member of any professional? Of course.
Yes, Chair.
Yeah.
I'm a member of ISPAC. Yes.
Okay. Korir, one, according to Urban Areas and Cities Act of 2012 and amended in 2019, one of the requirements for one to be nominated and subsequently appointed to be a member of a board, one has to be AIA, must be either a governance appointee, a member of any organization. So, secondly, one, you must have resided within the municipality in a span of 5 years, or carries a business or has a business within the municipality in the last 5 years. So I will give you an opportunity so that you will tell us which organization, which association sponsored you or nominated you to, or an umbrella body which subsequently forwarded you for the same. Thank you.
Chair, I'm an accountant by profession. So ISPAC is an associate of ISPIA, Association of Professional Societies of East Africa. That is the body which appointed me to this the board. Being an accountant from ISPAC through to Association of Professional Societies of East Africa, Chair. Again, Chair, I am been doing business in municipality for many years, Chair. For over 10 years, more than that. The business that I've given the election is I've been doing it for more than 10 years. I have an established business in Kapsoit. I was the first one. The reason why Kapsoit is moving towards down, Chair, is a building next to Polytechnic, a route to Telanek. I was the first person to build a building here. It was an hotel, a guest house. It was a big, but currently it's a guest house. I've been operating it. I've been there for many years when I come from Nairobi, from all those areas. I started building that building when I was in Nyeri. That was in 2004. So, Chair, I've done many business in this town, but that is the specific that I'm mentioning, Chair.
Do you have a proof of single business permit?
Yes, yes, Chair.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll go through. CPA Korir, are you, do you have any political affiliation, or are you a member of any political office, political party?
As I mentioned, Chair, I fight for cigarette sowing. So I'm still a member of UDA.
Thank you. Any pro bono or charity work or donation you have done?
No evidence, Chair. Being in that position, we do it, but no evidence to show that I've done any charity work. But being in that position across the county, Chair, we have been together building this county.
Okay, CPA Korir, do you have any objection if this committee wish to make any inquiries with your present or former employer?
I don't have any objection, Chair.
Okay. Have you done any publishing or any writings during your career
Chair.
life?
No.
Okay. CPA Korir, I've seen you have a span career life and you have worked in several organizations and you must have amassed a lot of wealth. According to any state officer must make wealth declaration. What is your net worth?
Chair, an estimate of around 25 million.
You can break it down.
Chair, I have mentioned that I have a building in Kapsoit. I think it's around 5 million. I have not done the valuation. I have a property in Eldoret, around 5 million. I have a property in Nairobi, around 8 million. And I have a property in the home area now, estimated around 5 million again, Chair. So my worth is over for 25 million.
Okay.
Yeah. Over 25 million.
So, in your rough estimation, it's close to, it's 25 or over 25?
Over 25. Let's say put it between 25 and 30, 27 million. Yes.
I think you know the reason why we are asking you the same. Have you ever been charged in any court of law?
No, Chair.
Have you been mentioned or advanced mentioned in any investigatory report, either Parliament or County Assembly?
No, Chair.
Okay. So, I'll now open the floor for honorable members to take you through second round of question. We'll be using the shortest time possible. So, Mheshimiwa Martin, you can start.
Thank you, Chair. CPA Korir, I have a question to put to you, and it says the county government recently rolled out a youth program, youth empowerment exercise through the Department of Lands, Housing and Physical Planning, tasked with carrying out cleaning of the centers within the municipalities of Kericho County. As a board, how will you ensure sustainability of this program and also fairness? And secondly, how I'm aware, you know, of business status in this town. How are you going to bring your input so that we have an improved business environment in this town and maybe nearby centers, municipality centers? Thank you.
I hope you have noted. Honorable Eric B., you can answer that and react to both of you.
Thank you, Chair. Once again, Korir, you're welcome. My questions are, one, you are aware of donor fund, which is being, in the last government, they are funding municipality with a lot of millions of money. That is through World Bank. And we have not seen any great improvement through the same fund from the municipality. Maybe to ask you, what is that one thing, if you are approved today as a municipal member, how will you improve our town, especially in terms of street lightings, drainages, and beautification? So I'd like you to tell us that one thing you'll do to our municipality given a chance. Number three is about garbage collection. You are aware of one dump site we have currently at Kericho town, which has actually led to a lot of pollution. When the people collect cabbages and they are dumping across that dump site, which is next to the hospital, what is another alternative way of improving garbage collection and also ensuring that we don't litter within our town? And also the issue of you see the adverts. You've gone to Eldoret and you have been Eldoret, I'm aware. You've been in Kisumu, you've seen the signages, videos, advertisement. So what is that great thing you'll do to this town so that we can rhyme on the same page with other counties? Thank you, Chair.
Maybe you can react to the two, the question from the two honorable members, and then we take another round of two.
Chair and honorable members, the first question on youth. Chair, it is a good program, Chair, because that one will engage our youth, especially youth who doesn't have a job. You will be able to engage them so that they become productive. And doing so, Chair, cleaning this town requires young people. And these young people are active. This town needs to be cleaned very early or in the evening, Chair. So when we get these young guys, and it has to be done in a process, in a due process. The Public Service Board should engage, and these people should be given, because this is a training job, Chair. The best practice is that you engage them on part-time, maybe 3 months, on casual basis, and then you make them rotate, so that you will be able to give opportunities to many young Kericho municipality guys. So this, Chair, is a good initiative. So it has to be done in an open manner, so that you don't have some saying we were not given the opportunity. It's a good idea. And when I will be now one of the board members, Chair, this requires leadership. Because if you, again, don't provide leadership in this, Chair, the municipality manager must ensure that these guys are working. And the process of picking these people must be open. So you can engage them, but you fail to manage these guys. So what will happen at the end of the year? You will not be making any progress in this town. And again, you must also ensure that you get the numbers right and be supervised. So, Chair, this one will be engaging, because for this town to change here, it requires teamwork. So with my team, who will be at the board level, we are supposed to ensure that the manager of the municipal board and the people under him supervise these guys, and we give them the opportunity, Chair. Then, in terms of sustainability, Chair, I'm talking about the numbers, because it might be so expensive if we just engage many guys. The right number, and the guys who can give service to this county. You find again, in other counties, Chair, when you go around, some of them are being used even to, what can I put it? They are being used along the road to clear bushes. You must have seen, when you go to central Kenya, most of young guys who are on colleges, when they are at home, they are being engaged, so that these guys do not have time to engage to all other manners of things. So this one, Chair, is a good idea. And then this should be put in the budget. It has to be in the budget, Chair. And it has to be a process which has been approved, because employment, Chair, if it is not well monitored, it can be misused. So it has to be the budget, it has to have numbers, and it has to be something which can be sustained. So the next question, Chair, for environment chair. This town is a green town. And to remain green chair, it has to be clean. So while you are engaging these young guys to clean the town, it also improves on the environment. And this to succeed here, it involves so many things. Environment, which our business guys, even us here, chair, we need a clean environment. When you're coming to this chamber here, you require all areas in this town. So the first thing here that I will contribute in the board is that, one, all the businesses in this town must be well organized, especially informal sector. It will not be easy to have a good environment if there is no proper planning in the informal sector. One thing to be done here is to have a uniform ways of having informal sector, not allowing any member to build any structure on his own. We need to have work with the planning department under the lands, under the lands, to have a specification on anything that you are building, which is a service structure. It has to be the same. Then you will change the face of this town chair, not having different kind of structures. If you give that one chair, when you move now to near the green stadium, you will find the same structure from up to down. So that one will change the environment. And it's allowed again you to have a way of cleaning, doing the cleanliness, the drainage here. If there is no drainage at this time of rain, this town will not be clean. So you need to do good drainage. You need also to ensure that walkways or pathways has to be specific, and it has to be done nicely so that when it rains again, it doesn't accumulate a lot of mud. So it depends also on the way you visualize also the projects. When you give a project again here, when it's not well done, you'll find you have done the pathways, but at the end of the day, when it rains, it is all mud. So you'll not be seen as if you have made that town to be clean. So those are some of the things here that as a board, we need to sit and hear that it has to be a quality job which can serve now the cleanliness in terms of drainage, collection also of all garbages in this town here. Again here, when you want to go to the market, if that market is not clean, you will not go there. So you make also that the market are clean so that it make people more afford to go, and then you will have improved the business in the market chair. And then in terms of donor funding chair, funding from the donors chair, this is a lot of money chair. And the funding is for a specific project, and there is a time frame of the project. So what is required here is proper supervision of the project. If the project is supervised from the initial stages, when the idea of doing that project, there has to be documentation. All those documentation here will indicate also the program for the project, and also the what we call evaluation of the project. So each period here for us to succeed in having the project which was intended for, let's say a market share, it has to have a time frame and the budget. So this one also requires a close supervision, the technical guys, the accountant guys who understand the finances. I'm part of it. I've also participated in many projects here. That one has to be done, because when a project here, they give funding for a specific project. If you misuse, they might not be willing in future to give the same project. So that one, I will take it here when I get this opportunity. There is an area that, because this is the only way we can be assisted to do many things. We can use the money to do the drainage, lighting, building a market. This one can only be done when there is proper financial management and also project management. We have guys under the same the lands section. We have guys who are trained to manage the project. We'll be engaging because for any project to succeed, there should be a collaboration between various departments. You can see, for example, in terms of the street. The same street, we have the Ministry of Water. We have the trade when you are doing the market. So all these, the municipal board must work together with these different sections so that the project will succeed. Then in making this town again, beautification of the town, Chair. This town is green, but it can be green because of nature. So we need to ensure that it should be green. The current presidential directive that we need to plant more trees. We need to plant more trees, and again, in specific areas, not just planting, Chair. And to make this town, you must have been to Mombasa, Chair. Mombasa colors, they are blue. So, as a board, I will propose, and then it can be taken for approval to the executive and also to assembly. We need to have our color, so that every building, when someone, a private sector is painting, you need to have a color, not uniform, but as maybe a skirting, it will be red, but because we are green, we can pick green. So that when you enter this municipality, you will know that you are in Kericho town. So those are the things that, and many things here that can be done. And then there are things that can make this town better here again. In terms of signages, it has to be done together. Advertising again here, the billboard for advert, it brings billions and billions and billions to some counties. If you go to Nairobi, they charge a lot of money. So the billboard for adverts, the municipality should ensure that it is a stream of revenue. So we need to build where PKIs can be using those big billboard to do the advert. In 2027 here, when you will find you can use the same advert, the same billboard to advertise, and you pay us billions. We'll make a lot of money. So those are the things that we can do to ensure that as you are doing so, you beautify the town, and you also generate, you make a way of generating revenue. Along this street, along this road, when you enter Nairobi, you must have seen some advert. So from maybe Brook, we can, in every 100 meters, we can put a structure that you can do an advert. And that can generate a lot of money to this municipality, Chair. And then there was an issue of pollution. When you come from Kisumu Road to this town, that dumping site, it was made long time ago for a few number of people. This town is growing, so that one should be priority in the budget. That space, yes, it can be big, but it is closer now to more businesses, to the hospital. If possible, Chair, I'll make a proposal to the board, maybe to again to executive. If I are appointed, we need to get a bigger space to allow us to dump these items. Where it is currently, Chair, it's not the best. But I think I've answered all the questions, Chair.
Thank you. I'll give my Vice Chair and Honorable Vincent a round of questions, so you'll note so that you answer all of them.
Thank you, Mr. Korir. You have a wealth of experience from the public. You have worked from junior to general manager finance. I hope you'll bring the same services if this house approves you to the municipal board. You said you have a business for years in Kapsoid. Does Kapsoid qualify to be called a municipality in your view at the status which it is now? Number two, you have touched on cabbage collection. I've just learned today that, oh, the cabbage from Sondu and all these towns have their way to Kericho town. And there is no proper way of managing the cabbage within the town. I'm sure you have traveled far and wide. You said you were in Nyeri at some stage. You go to Nyeri now, and even our neighboring counties, town like Kapsabet, you will find a patchwork. A good one for people to walk, for runners to use. What is your plan in terms of beautification of Kericho town? I've liked what you say, the green is the nature which God bestows and given us to this green town of Kericho. But as the people of Kericho, we have not done anything to beautify our Kericho. So what plan do you have in terms of beautification of the town? And tie something to do on, we have two gardens. We have the Moi Garden and the garden at Uhuru Park. The other one was done, I think, by the former municipal board through funding from World Bank. But if you see and compare the two, what plan do you have in case you're approved by this committee? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I think I will ask some few questions to CPA. The first question is, the county government has set up fire stations, but the same has not been operationalized. There are issues to do with who actually should be running the docket, as the Department of PSM and Lands have not clearly gave out a policy on the same. As a board, how do you plan to make the response to fire incidents prompt? Another question is drainage. Drainage is a cross-cutting issue. It touches on the Department of Water, Roads, Lands, and Physical Planning. As a board, how do you plan to bring synergy in the municipalities you will be running? And what plans have you to see it that there is proper management of stormwaters and drainages? Thank you.
Thank you. I think you can react to the two questions, and then we'll go to last round of. Yeah. Can react to that first.
Chair, the first question, Chair, on the status of Kapsoit. Chair, Kapsoit status currently, Chair, the way it is growing, it has to be within the municipality, and services, when you put in services which can make it bigger, Chair, it has to become part of this municipality. Because what is lacking Kapsoit, you must have seen there are some changes when some roads were done inside the town of Kapsoit. Previously here, you could not have entered the inside of the market of Kapsoit. Shops for Kapsoit were not along the road here. The shops were inside. So people had to leave to the front side, the tarmac side, because of the roads which was being used to access. But currently here, if you go to Kapsoit, because of the marraming of the roads in Kapsoit, you will find that people now are having businesses inside the shops. And that you can see, but it has not been done, it's not complete, it is ongoing, but you can see that there is a great change. So when you put in now, because I had seen somewhere there is a big project which is supposed to be done in Kapsoit, I am sure here, Kapsoit will become a big shopping center, part of this town. There will be many development in Kapsoit. In terms of business, it can also create more revenues to this county, because even currently here, the number of business smart meter that should come from Kapsuit are more compared to last year. Because inside it, there are many shops which have been open because of the improvement of the roads. Now, drainage is well done. If possible here, it can be back inside. All the shops inside Kapsuit. Kapsuit will expand, and you'll find that it will be the next biggest town near to Kericho, apart from these other big towns. Because it's a route again to Nyanza area. So when you make it beautified, you'll find most of the motorists which are leaving to Nyanza, they will stop, they will do the shopping. So Kapsuit status is on the status as to be on municipality chair. And then on garbage collection, as I mentioned, chair, we need to have a picker land, and that will be my first proposal when if this committee approve, I'll ensure that I have my colleagues, we get a proposal to the committee concerned and the executive for this assembly, for the assembly to approve to get more land for garbage collection. Pathways chair, to make a town better for all of us, even the executive. If you don't have the pathways, you can't move from here to the Green Stadium. You'll have to use your car. If we had now the pathways from here down to the Green Stadium, I don't think even the MCS here or the honorable members here could have used their vehicles to down there. So if you see Nairobi currently here, they have done all areas that along the road. They have done the pathways for people. Currently, Nairobi, here, you can walk freely, and also it reduces the cost of cleaning the city, because there is no mud. So if you do the pathways, it reduces the cost of cleaning that city. So that one also will be our assignment here. If we come in currently here, if there is a budget, we'll start with it. But if there is no budget, next financial year it should be provided so that one is done. Beautification of town again, the Moi Garden, Uru Garden, Green Garden. These are the areas here that we need to start with. You have, for example, here, Green Garden. The surrounding of the Green Garden should be improved to ensure that there is a business which is running. So what has been done in some other areas here, along the wall of the stadium, you don't leave it hanging. We need to become creative, work closely with the planning guys. We see what can be done that can give us more revenue and also beautify the stadium outside. Inside again here, that stadium is only active when there is sports. You need to make it also, people also to go there. Other stadiums here, they have a nice place where you can take a soda. So if possible here, inside it you need to create some kind of where people can get refreshment inside the stadium. So you do it outside and also outside. For example, again here, the green, what you call the Moi Garden. Moi Garden here, it has to be active. So we'll see what to do with it so that it should become useful, because it's a field where people can go, and also you need to create something that can make people go there and also create business. Outside the stadium again, we need to look at it. There's a space, you need to do something. Other areas here along the place, you can create parking. Another thing which is not good in this municipality here, especially this town, is parking. You can't get where to park. So any new structure here, especially building that are being built, the physical planning to ensure that any building which is being currently is, those people should be advised to have underground parking. Any new building which is being built, which is not one floor, they should be made in such that it should have underground parking. Then that any space available in this town should be made to be a parking chair. Then there was the question of fire station chair. This is a policy issue, and being a policy issue chair, I'm being told that the public what you call the public service management and also lands, they don't know who should be managing this. This is a policy issue chair. When you come in as the board, we sit with the executive, and a policy issue should be issued who is in charge. Because when those departments are running, you will not be able to run that fire station. So that should be done, because it is so risky when you don't have a fire station. In case of anything here, this one has to fall under one executive chair, so that we can have, but because of municipality chair, we should play a role as a board to ensure that this is done. Then on drainage, that should be done, Chair.
Maybe follow-up question before you respond to drainage.
Chair, is nominee alluding or confirming to this committee that there is conflict between PSM and municipal board in terms of running the affairs of the fire station? Kindly confirm to us and give us substantial answer if you know.
My response, Chair, was from the question that currently there is the two departments. That was how I was responding. If there is conflict, there should be a policy to streamline. Because conflict here, the reason why most of the public sector does not succeed is because sometimes there is no demarcation of duties. So if you want a department to succeed, there should be clear demarcation of duties of each executive, so that if you mix, and there should be a measure. So this one, Chair, is what I'm saying, is a policy issue. This I was referring from the question, because the Honorable asked because of the two. And that one, Chair, I strongly believe we need to have one department responsible. Then on drainage, Chair, this is an issue that has to come. Drainage is not a short term. These are supposed to be a long-term project, just to be put in the budget and it is done, so that you don't do a drainage when it is just raining. So, as the board will ensure that we have a plan, short-term plan and long-term plan to implement to ensure that there are drainage, with consultation now with the department that you had mentioned, the water department, the road department, and physical planning. Physical planning should drive the process, make the plans, and then now the relevant department should work together to ensure that there is proper drainage. And being now on municipal, and that being within the municipality, the board to ensure that this process is done in consultation with the relevant department.
Thank you. Maybe Honorable Korir.
Okay, Chair. Congratulations, CPA, for giving for that you have made this far, and I think with this committee, I know they will get a very good report towards this vetting. I have only 3 questions. One is that you are aware, and if you are a resident of this county, now being given the opportunity to serve in municipality, if the committee approved you, what will you do with these private partners who have encroached public lands within the municipality? To add on that, CPA, is that we have the issue of the town expansion and affordable house projects, and I know the center of all these things will learn to municipality. What will you do, since at the moment the county government, executive department, and this side we have not reached to a conclusion of getting that 1,000 acres that was requested by the president. And it is automatic, it will be lying within the municipality. What will you do, or how will you advise the governor and the assembly towards getting this space for the affordable house projects? Another thing is that along the highway, especially from when you come from Kisumu Road, as petrol station, and all other corridors within town, you will get the traders are coming out to sell, and they are not using their shops. What will you do to ensure that those people get better services in terms of the refuse collection? Because one of the things that make these people also to come out is to look for customers. How will you plan this town as members of the municipality? How will you plan to enable other traders get an opportunity also to sell?
Chair, on the first one, on private people encroaching on the public land, this is a very sensitive issue, Chair. And if it's a public land, it's a public land. The only thing is the good initiative on how to recover it, because land is very sensitive. So as the board, we need to sit and have a plan on how to recover this any land which has been encroached in a sober way, because when you create again commotion, Chair, it might affect the business of this town. So we shall plan, ensure that any encroachment to public land, the land referred back, because we need the land, as the you have asked again, the land for housing. When you get the land which has been encroached on, you need also to ensure that it is in use. You make it that these businessmen which are lacking space to do business, you can create that space for the business, and then for purposes of generating more revenue to this county. Expansion of town again, as about, we shall sit and look around. This one requires consultation with all stakeholders. We have the assembly, we have the executive. Under the same chair, there should be a proper consultation. You need to sit and get the best way to get the best land, because it's a land for development. So that land that you are getting should be fit for that purpose, for housing. Because there are two things: housing for business and housing for residential. So that one, we shall sit as the board, have proper consultation with the executive, give their advice as much as possible, so that this is done in a way that we will be able to have a land for expansion. And then there is the question again concerning people coming over the road to sell. I had put it that year. When you create a clean town, you create the pathways, standardized way of having the structures. This will make these people not to move to the road. Because when you have a clean pathways, you have a proper structures, the customer will be able to move to where the shops are. But if there is no proper planning, everybody is selling on it, you will deny that person who is selling inside the town that business. So, but when you make the town properly planned, clean, all the businesses will be able to operate inside their shops. Chair. So the solution is to ensure that there is proper planning, cleaning, drainage, and these people now will get an environment of getting customers. Like I have put, currently you might not be moved to some areas here because of people are selling everywhere. Not because of their will, it's because there is something lacking somewhere. Where they're supposed to be as a market, there is no proper drainage. When it rains, you make that person move now towards the road because he can't sell where there's a lot of mud here. So, as the board, will ensure that this is done because it is our responsibility to ensure that the business people within the municipality get a good environment for business, Chair.
Thank you, Korir. As we are coming to conclusion of this session, maybe any other member who has a question? Maybe I'll just want you to react or to comment on if this committee approves you as a municipal board member. And you know the municipality covers from all the way from Kipchimchim, Kapsoit, all the way to town, Kapsuzer, and Kapsoit. And of late, we have witnessed a rampant high rise of crime rate, which I believe you are aware because the current status of some of our towns, rampant drug abuse within the municipalities, unemployment, a lot of street children within our municipalities. As a board member and board of management of, if this committee approves you, how will we have to handle those emerging issues and other challenging issues affecting the municipality? Can you comment on the same? And then number 3, because you have, I've seen you are a career person and a serious professional with a wealth of experience, and I know you are a traveled person. I know as you have traveled, you have visited several municipalities, and on those municipalities, there are those municipalities which have advanced, or which we can say they are successful municipalities, either locally or internationally. Which is that one municipality which is successful, which you, if you will be approved, you will wish to ensure that our municipal borrower live from or can match that municipality on standard, on management, and on maybe on running of the same. So comment on that, the 2 issues.
Chair, on the first one on drug abuse, the initiative that has been initiated to engage these young guys will also assist, because when they are busy here, they will not go to take these drugs. And so when you engage the youth, it is a better way of reducing these guys not to use these substances. So the youth initiative here is one of the ways of reducing this number of guys. Then there is a lot of initiative that can be done with the municipal board and also the executive of the county. Currently here, there is a lot of assistance to guys to continue after after Form 4 or after standard, what we call the current standard 8. I don't. So if these guys are to continue studies, some of them will not fall to this kind of drug abuse. So with the current government, current county, with assistance also of honorable members, these are the guys that we need to target to ensure that they go to colleges. And it can be done with the collective responsibility. Being a board member, will champion and ensure that we have a discussion with leaders so that no young people should be left to lie around without any activity. If they are supposed to go to college, they go to college. If they are supposed to be engaged as a youth on youth activities, that will assist so that these guys will not be idle. Then on the street guys here, this town here some time back, the number had reduced. Currently I'm seeing some few. So what is need to be done, Chair? The board, municipal boards should have initiative to ensure that we address it immediately. We need to get numbers. Any new guys to this town should be taken back immediately. We need to trace them, have them, and those who can go back to school, we need to have a collaboration with other stakeholders so that guys who can be taken to school, they can be taken to school. Guys that can be taken to rehabilitation centers, they can be taken to rehabilitation, so that we reduce these numbers in the streets here. Because these numbers will grow when if you don't take any action. But when they see that you take action, you will not see them increasing. So when they see that, when you find a new one the same day, ask where he come from, return him to the parents, and again, when you get the chance of getting the parents' chair, the law has to take its course, so that other parents will ensure that there is no child in the street. Because these guys, they know their parents. So when you take one and take the legal action, no one will allow his child to come back to the street. And then now, the one that we know now, they have been here for long, we need to address them by seeing what rehabilitation centers, those who can go to school, see how we can assist with the stakeholders there, because we can't have a budget in the municipality to support. Then the question of, or the remark here that you have put that which county or municipal county headquarters which we can benchmark. Chair, Kericho is not so bad, but we need to improve it. There are towns that they have started moving. So we can't say that we are so bad that guys cannot benchmark, because one, what happens here, if you want to improve, first of all, take yourself that you are there because of that position. When you go to Machakos here, the issue that we have talked about having a recreational center. You go to Machakos, the governor, Mutu, when he was the governor, he started very fast. People move and did benchmarking there. Currently here, when you go to Nairobi city, the inside between Avenue and Uruwai here, there is a change complete about the pathways. And it can make you to understand that when you do it the same, it changes the town. So, and another town again is Mombasa. Mombasa was not the way it is. It was not here. For the last 5 years, it changed the inside of Mombasa town. And then another town here, maybe we are not, we need to get it that we don't need to go far. Before devolution chair, you could not have coal when you are in Nakuru. Nakuru chair. We are only lucky here because we don't have these guys, they can snatch your bone. But Nakuru, they had to move the stages for motor vehicle, past stages to outside, so that it create a clean environment, a better environment. Because Nakuru, sometime back when we were young, it was the cleanest town. But sometime back, it went back. But currently here, there is a great improvement. So in this town again here, maybe I didn't mention, you see, when you are coming from Kapsoit, you will have to take your vehicle down there. When you are coming from Jepseon, you need to take your vehicle there. So planning the city again, we should plan in such a way, the stage of taking a vehicle to direction of Jepseon should be somewhere here. The stage taking you to the other side should be around the damming site here, so that you allow the town to have a free space for business. So again here, that should be addressed. Most of the town they have done so, even Nairobi and Nakuru, they have to push the stages to outside town. And that one will change the image of the town itself here. So we'll have to benchmark here. I do agree. There are some many places that they have improved here.
Thank you, CPA Korir. I think we have come to close of this session, and we want to thank you for having you here. We have engaged. You have responded some of our review, So the burden will be on to the committee when they retreat to do their report. They will they have a basis of the same. So before we let you off, I'll give you 40 seconds. If at all you have any final closing remarks, the floor is yours.
Chair, mine is to say thank you for allowing me this opportunity to come and express myself that I'm willing to work as a board member for this municipality, Kericho. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm happy again, honorable members and the chair, for giving me the opportunity to respond and also to interact, because this is not just, it is something that makes me, chair, to be happy, because I want to be part of this county. I want to be part of people who deliver service to this county, because all of us, chair, for many years, chair, you must have seen I've been away for 29 years. I want to give service to people at home, the Kericho County. So thank you very much, chair, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, and we are happy to have you here. So maybe Sergeant Natam, you can give the nominee all his documents and what he is supposed to, what he's supposed to leave for you. You will leave behind, and then you will see him off. So I think this session is off for some few minutes. Thank you.